The Three Friends. This story tells about the friendship of three men who already went to school together. As young men, they traveled a lot and lived through many adventures during which they shared everything. As life goes, one day they married and started families. From that time onwards, they only met for special occasions, but the bond of friendship that connected them stayed strong. One day, the spouse of one of the three friends, his name was Nasser, said, "The feast of Eid al-Adha, the holy feast of sacrifice, is approaching, and for years we weren't able to slaughter a lamb. I know we don't have much money, but this time you should try and get us a lamb, because I want to prepare a special dish of couscous to celebrate the birthday of our tribe's saint, Sidi Khaled." Nasser thought a while, and then asked upon his son and spoke, "Go and see my friend Hedge, and ask him if he can lend me some money so I can buy the lamb." When his son transmitted the message, he was given the needed sum in a red leather pouch with the request to go home with it straight away. When Nasser received the money, he rejoiced and turned towards his wife. "You can already prepare the holy feast with our daughter. I will go to the market with our son and buy a nice lamb." As soon as they left, they met Benauda, the third of the three friends, coming towards them. The two men hugged and greeted each other, and Benauda spoke. "I was on my way to you to ask you for a favor. I need to lend some money. Actually, to borrow some money. My wife insists that she wants to prepare a sacrifice lamb and for the feast this year, so..." Without any hesitation, Nasser took out the red leather pouch he received from Al-Hajj and gave it to Benauda, who smiled happily, thanked Nasser, and went to the market to buy a lamb. Nasser then returned home with his son, empty-handed. His wife was astonished. "You returned quickly. And where's the lamb?" Nasser told her how he met his old friend, full of hope, and wasn't able to do anything else than to give him the money. She wasn't happy, but replied, "Well, that's who you are. There's nothing to be done about it. We'll have to postpone the sacrifice for next year." She went and prepared some coffee, while Nasser told stories to the children. Shortly after, there was a knock on the door. His friend Al-Hajj, who had lent him the money, was standing there. Full of joy, Nasser asked him in. After they had enjoyed some coffee and chit-chat, Al-Hajj put out a red leather pouch out of his pocket. Surprised, Nasser asked his friend, "How do you come by this pouch?" To which Al-Hajj answered, "Well, I want to know from you whom you have given that pouch to." Nasser told him how he had met Benauda on his way to the market and given it to him. "I couldn't do otherwise than giving him the money." "I thought so," answered Al-Hajj. "You know, when your son arrived, I was preparing myself to get a lamb with that money. So I went to Benauda to ask him for money after your son had left again. To my biggest surprise, he gave me my own pouch. Now I am here in order to tell you that our families should celebrate the feast together." Nasser's young son told the story to his friends, who in turn told it to their parents, and that's how the story was spread. By the coming Friday, even the town's imam had heard of it and used it during the prayer as an example of true friendship. So, dear friends, this story should be spread so that its journey never ends. This is an excerpt from the book The Storyteller of Algiers, Stories from the Maghreb and Elsewhere, told and published by erzaehler.aceval in 2018. English audio version by erzaehler, published with authorization and explicit encouragement of the author, illustrations and title image by Bendix Bauer. Currently, the book is only available in German. If you are an editor or interested in publishing an English version of the book, please contact the author's son, erzaehler, under hakim@aceval.net. To order an autographed and dedicated copy of the book, please contact the author directly You will find his email address under www.aceval.net or via his Facebook page.